Good morning, everyone. Myself, Dr. Trina Dotto, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry, JIS College of Engineering. Today, I will tell about real gas. And if you have any doubt, you can communicate either through my mobile number or my email ID. So here the course page is given, that is very important for you. All the study materials are uploaded digitally, and not only the study materials or the assignment, semester questions, everything uploaded. So you can go through this anytime, anywhere. For the subject chemistry, the subject code is CH101 for odd semester, CH201 for even semester. And for odd semester, the streams are electrical, ECE, BME, and for even semester, the streams are CSE, IT, civil, mechanical. This course is for BTech undergraduate students. So credits are 3 and total lecture hours 35. I will take weekly 3 classes. And the prerequisite knowledge required 12 standard to understand the concept of chemistry. So here the objective is to give the students several concepts of chemistry. So the entire course outcome and the lecture plan is given here. And today I will tell about real gas. This is the module 2 and second lecture, that is van der Waals equation, pressure and volume correction, validity, critical state of gas. And students able to understand, apply the gas laws to different engineering applications. So first, I like to recapitulate that what is ideal gas and what is real gas. So already you have learned in my last lecture that if, very simply to say, if the gases obeys the law, that is PV is equal to nRT, that is called ideal gas. Which gases do not obey this gas law, they are called real gases. So generally the gases we know, like oxygen, nitrogen, CO2, and like CH4, hydrogen, helium, all the gases are real gases. Now very obvious question come to your mind, that why the real gas does not obey the ideal gas law. So what is the reason behind this? So these are the causes of deviation. Number 1, basically the scientists, when derived the gas equation, they took few postulates, few assumptions. So there were some wrong assumptions. So here I will mention 2 wrong assumptions. That is why the real gas does not obey the ideal gas equation. So first one is, the molecules were considered as point masses, practically having no volume. But you know that the gases like oxygen or nitrogen, they have volume. If we consider the volume with respect to the universe, then this will be negligible. But if you consider the volume like a small room or small container, then we have to consider this volume, that is not negligible. So we have to consider the volume of the gases. That was ignored during the derivation. Second thing, the existence of forces of attraction between the molecules were ignored. That means it was assumed that there is no intermolecular attraction force in between the molecules. But you know that there must be intermolecular attraction force. Otherwise, liquefaction from gaseous to liquid is not possible. So, there is two wrong assumption. So, we have to do the correction. So, first, we will do the volume correction. Then we will do the pressure correction. So this one, the first assumption that we told that that means the gaseous has no volume. Okay, so it has no volume. So it is the related with the volume. And second one, the attraction force between the gaseous molecules. So it is related with the pressure. So from these two postulates, we do first one is the volume correction. Second one is the pressure correction. Then after that, we derive the van der Waal gas equations. So you have seen here the figure of ideal gas, real gas, different real gases. Now first one is van der Waals equation for state for a real gas. So that is the, to derive van der Waal gas equation, first we have to do the volume correction. So look at this first figure. This container has low pressure. The volume is higher. But second picture, picture B, here is very high pressure, so volume is less. So consider, if we compare with the total volume, here the total volume is this much. Here the total volume for first one is, we are considering the total volume, that is this one. This is the total volume. So with respect to this total volume, this mass or volume of the gas is negligible. But in the second case, the volume is this much. So with respect to, compared to the total volume, we cannot neglect the volume of the gas. So we have to consider this case the volume of the gas. So at low pressure, we can neglect the volume of the gas, but at high pressure, we have to consider. So we know that PV is equal to nRT. Now the real gas volume cannot be ignored. So we have taken the volume for real gas, but to fit into the ideal gas equation, we have to subtract. We have to exclude the volume that already we have considered for real gas. So let us assume B is the volume excluded out of the volume of container for the moving gas molecules per molecule of gas. So if B is the volume excluded per molecule of the gas, then for n number of molecule, it will be NB. So we have to exclude the volume NB. So VI is equal to V minus NB. Okay, so to make fit into the ideal gas equation, we have to do the volume correction, and corrected volume V1, Vi will be equal to V, the previous volume, minus NB. So N is the number of molecules of real gas, B is the volume of gas, V is the volume of gas, B is a constant whose value depends upon the nature of gas. And the van der Waals gas constant B, the excluded volume, basically B is the excluded volume, is actually 4 times the volume of a single molecule. Now B is equal to 4 into volume of the single molecule, that is equal to 4 into 6.023 into 10 to the power 23 into 4 by 3 pi r cube, where r is the radius of molecule. So you have understood the volume correction. Now come to the pressure correction. Pressure correction comes from the second assumption, second wrong assumption or wrong postulates that tells there is no intermolecular attraction force, but practically there is intermolecular attraction force. So first consider this picture. Here are lots of molecules in a container. Now, if we only consider these molecules are giving pressure to the outside, externally. Okay, so this molecule is giving pressure externally. So exerted pressure will be very high. That is the case of the ideal gas. But actually, in between the molecules, there are intermolecular attraction force. That is why this gas molecule also will be attracted towards each other. So these are the pressure due to intermolecular attraction force. So actually which is the exerted pressure, this pressure will be reduced by the intermolecular attraction force. So if just you think that your friend is going out with a high force, so the exerted pressure to the outside will be higher. But if any of his friend pull him and tell that no, you do the class of madam, then his pressure to going outside will be reduced because of the attraction of the friend. So similar way, if there is intermolecular attraction force, that means intermolecular attraction force is considered, then the exerted pressure will be less. So then you understand, for ideal gas condition, as per assumption, the exerted pressure is higher, but practically the exerted pressure by the gas molecules will be lower. So we have to add the pressure with the to make fit into the ideal gas condition. Okay, now look at this picture. It is given the intermolecular attraction force between the molecules. These are the non-ideal gas conditions. Particle size significant compared to space between particles. Interaction between particles are significant. So you have understood. Now write the expression. So let us assume the real gas exert the pressure, that is P. The molecules that exert the force on the container will get attracted by the molecules of the intermediate layer, which are assumed not to be exerting pressure. It can be seen that the pressure the real gas exert would be less than the pressure an ideal gas would have exerted. The real gas experiences attraction by the molecules in the reverse direction. Therefore, if a real gas exerts a pressure P, capital P, then an ideal gas would exert a pressure equal to capital P plus small p. We have taken small p is the pressure lost by the gas molecules due to attraction. Now this small p will be proportional to N by V, concentration of molecules which are hitting the container wall. P proportional to N by V, this is the concentration of molecules which are attracting these molecules. So ultimately P will be proportional to N square by V square. So P is equal to A N square by V square, where A is the constant of proportionality which depends on the nature of gas. So now after correction, the corrected P, Pi, will be equal to P, the previous pressure, plus the pressure A N square by V square. We have to add the pressure to make it to fit into the ideal gas equation. So N, you know, as usual, the number of moles of real gas, V is volume of the gas, A is the constant whose value depends upon the nature of the gas. Substituting these two, that volume correction and pressure correction, we get the van der Waal gas equation. And that is very much important. That means P plus A N square by V square into V minus NB is equal to nRT. So now you got van der Waal constant for attraction, that is A, and volume B are the characteristics for a given gas. So some salient features of A and B, they basically depends on the gas characteristics, properties of the gas. So for a given gas, van der Waal gas constant of attraction A is always greater than van der Waals constant of volume B. The gas having higher volume of A can be liquefied easily. Therefore, H2, helium and hydrogen are not liquefied easily. The units of A, that is also very important, units of A, liter square, atmosphere, mole to the power minus 2, and for B, liter per mole. And what is the numerical value? That A and B are in the order of 10 to the power minus 1 to 10 to the power minus 2 and 10 to the power minus 2 to 10 to the power minus 4 respectively. So higher is the value of A for a given gas, easier is the liquefaction. So these are the features of A and B. Now you will learn the different forms of van der Waal gas equation. You have learned the van der Waal gas equation, and now you will learn different forms. So first is at low pressure. So at low pressure, first you take the equation like P plus A N square V by V square into V minus NB is equal to nRT. Now we have taken for N is equal to 1 for easier calculation. So that is why you can see here N, because we have taken N is equal to 1. Now at low pressure, you have seen the figure, the volume will be very large. That is why if the volume is very large, then V will be negligible in comparison with the V. So ultimately we get the equation that P plus A by V squared into V. NB, this term will be omitted, is equal to RT. So PV plus A by V is equal to RT. Then ultimately we get that PV less than RT. If PV is equal to RT minus A by V, that means PV less than RT. Next situation, at fairly high pressure. So at fairly high pressure, again you consider that n is equal to 1 for simplicity. At fairly high pressure, that means this case P will be very high. So A by V square may be neglected in comparison with the P because P is very high. So the correction factor A by V square is negligible with respect to P. So we can omit A by V square this term. So we get P into V minus B is equal to RT. So PV minus PB is equal to RT, or we can say PV greater than RT. Next situation is at very low pressure. So at very low pressure, V becomes so large that both B and A by V square become negligible, and van der Waals equation reduces to PV is equal to nRT. This shows why gases approaches ideal behavior at very low pressure. Okay, and initially I told that at very low pressure, deviation is negligible. That means the real gas shows the ideal behavior. So why? Because at very low pressure, B and A by V square become negligible. Now, the case of hydrogen and helium, I told earlier that these two are the lightest gases. So intermolecular attraction force is very less. So A by V square is negligible even at ordinary temperature. That is why PV greater than RT and Z become greater than 1. That is why these gases we can tell that the compressibility factor is greater than 1. That is why it is less compressible. Z is known compressibility factor. Already you have learned in my last lecture. And its low pressure is less than 1. Here you can see well. Okay. So its value at low pressure is less than 1. It decreases with the P. For a given value Vm, Z has more value at higher temperature. At higher pressure, the gas equation can be written as this. So higher pressure and for lower pressure, it is given. So now you have learned this, the van der Waals gas equation. The real gas, the MCQ, let's check that how much you have learned. So MCQ, that for a given gas, relation between van der Waals constant of attraction A and van der Waals constant of volume B is A greater than B, A is equal to B, A less than B, no relation. So answer will be A greater than B. Gas with higher A, it is van der Waals constant of attraction value, can be liquefied easily, cannot be liquefied easily, cannot be predicted, no relation. So answer will be can be liquefied easily. The numerical value of A, it is van der Waals constant of attraction, are in order of which one? And the numerical values of B, it is van der Waals constant for volume, are the order of which one? So go back to our the properties for A and B. You will get the answer here. For numerical values, that is 10 to the power minus 1 to 10 to the power minus 2 and 10 to the power minus 2 to 10 to the power 4 respectively. So for A, This one will be the answer. Ten to the power minus 1 to 10 to the power minus 2. Okay, sorry. 10 to the power minus this one. 10 to the power minus 1 to 10 to the power minus 2. And for B, it will be 10 to the power minus 2 to 10 to the power minus 4. The next questions are the unit of B. It is the van der Waals constant for volume. That is liter per mole. It is, what will be the answer? That will be liter per mole. Next question. Why the short answer type questions? Why the deviations are observed for ideal gas equation derive van der Waals gas equation? So you have to give two reasons. The causes for deviation. Number one, the volume was neglected. Second one is that it was considered that there is no intermolecular interaction between the molecules. So these two wrong assumption, due to these two wrong assumption, the deviation took place. Derive van der Waals gas equation. So you can derive, first you have to do the volume correction, then the pressure correction, then ultimately you can derive van der Waals gas equation. Here it is a problem that 3 moles of a van der Waals gas occupy 10 liter at 15 atmosphere. Find out its temperature. So given A and B is equal to the values are given. So what is the hint? This is the van der Waals gas equation. All the values are given. So volume is 10 liter. You can put for V, and pressure is 15 atmosphere. The pressure is 15 atmosphere, and A and B, you put the value A. This is the van der Waals gas constant, volume correction factor and pressure correction factor. So you put the value of A and B, and R you know, that is 0.082, the universal gas constant. Then if you put this value, and for N, this is the 3 moles, you will find the answer. You can find temperature. So it is very easy problem. Just put the value and do the calculation and get the answer. Still, if you have any problem, you communicate with me. Write the different forms of van der Waals gas equation at low pressure and a very low pressure. So this part also covered, you have learned here. Yes. This one is at low pressure, you have to derive this equation, and at very low pressure, you have to write this one, this part. So at very low pressure, it becomes almost same with the ideal gas equation. So I hope that you have learned the van der Waals gas equation. So if I summarize that what you have learned today, that means you have learned that real gas, ideal gas definition, pressure correction, volume correction, and by this you have learned to derive van der Waals gas equations, and you have learned to solve problems on van der Waals gas equations and different forms of it, and the correction constant A and B, their features, their tentative values, their units. So these things you have learned. So go through the study material and submit your assignment. Already it is given the assignment. You upload your assignment, then I can do the grading. So thank you. and today I am ending the session.